Yes. Yes, my friends, that is accurate. We are back in the Europa Conference League, fourth qualification round league path spot, and no one below us has enough games in hand to pass us. Now, it's early days. It's been kind of interesting. We've essentially beaten who we needed to beat, except for one team, but then we beat somebody we shouldn't beat. It's been kind of a mix. Remember how we were gonna sell Abergé? Wow! Really glad I didn't. Let's go take a look. All right, this is against Bordeaux. Okay. Coming down. We beat Bordeaux 3-1, you could tell. Slides in. Ah! Apparently stands back up, which is incredible because he broke his leg. He broke his leg, my friends. We're on December 3rd. He's still got 3 to 4 months left. So our new right back signing has broken his leg and is out, I mean, pretty much the whole season. On top of that, our other right back that we started last season, Houbelang Mende, broke his ankle on September 1st and is out for 3 months. He's almost back. He's got essentially 9 days left before he's back. So from September 1st to wherever the Bordeaux game was, let me look, November 6th, we were able to use, obviously, De Placido. But from November 6th until now, Abergé has been our right back. So let's get caught up on the results. We lost to... Okay, I've gotten lots of feedback in the comments section. I do appreciate it. It just... You're leaving comments in the past, and I'm recording now. So it's Lens, or something like that. It's like you say the S, but not so much the N. Some people have said you say it like Lance, but with a French accent, so Lens. Someone spelled it out, L-O-N-C-E. I'm going to go with Lens. Okay, we're working on it. Josh King. Yeah, like, remember the Bournemouth player? Yeah, he ran all over our back line, which was really disappointing because Mofi scored in the first minute, and you're like, yay. So, yeah, that was disappointing. And really, when you look at the ratings over here, no one had, like, a terrible game. It just... Josh King had a great game. We beat Lille. Yes, Lille. Now, here's what was interesting with this. I want to bring this up for you. We beat them 2-1. I've started going, because I'm still learning how to play Football Manager 4.5 years in, and using the team, I think it's like team report, match analysis. And the analysis from our recent games before leading up to this was that, like, we were working the ball into the box, right? We were getting a lot of touches, but not a lot of shots off. So we needed to take that off and go to shoot on sight. And so I was like, we have nothing to lose. We're taking on Lille. And you could tell up there, 22 shots, only 6 on target, but they had 15 shots with 5 on target. And it was really, really interesting because in the first half, I want to say it was the first half, it was like almost all highlights for us. And it was just like us battering their keeper. I think we had 10 shots blocked, 6 saved. I looked at the stats afterwards, but it was like we were like really testing their keeper, who eventually conceded 2, right? So it was kind of interesting that, oh wow, that tactic thing worked. And then it didn't, after that. But like, again, I thought, you do kind of have to mix it up tactically every once in a while. I was like, we'll keep mostly the same system, but instead of that slow work into the box, like, we'll just... And it worked, surprisingly enough. Then we lost in these 2-1 because of this moment in the 6th minute. Horrible tackle from a guy who hasn't really played a lot for us. Maybe he's not match sharp, right? Maybe that's his excuse. But Badu goes straight in, scissor tackle, straight red, and you're never going to beat Nice with that. I was quite pleased because, like, we held on until the 72nd minute, but then conceded, and then we got like a pity goal there at the very end. But it's just like, mate, you're killing me here. Then the Bordeaux game, 3-1, even though we had the horrific injury. Now, we had to come back. We were down 1-0 until the 66th minute. Ponche with a lovely volley. Eric gets the winner, and then Mofi seals the deal in the 94th minute. We took on Monaco. Wasn't really expecting a whole lot there. This is right after the injury, so Abergé is our right back. We kind of played a weird system. I had to work, like, I thought somebody got injured in it, but maybe not. No, we tried to play a 5-3-2. No, we tried to play a 5-1-2-1-1, and it didn't really work. shocking no one. But Angers 2-1, just a tidy little victory here, doing all right. Wissa has really dropped out of form. I'm kind of nervous about that, but then, my friends, the most impactful thing of the entire season, it's 1-1, and in the 92nd minute, after almost an entire year with being with the club, Serdar Dursun does this to get the winner. It's on the break, extra time. Mofi plays it to him. I was surprised. I thought he was going to play it back, but he got cut off. And really, keeper probably should have done better. He should have done better. He should have done better. But he didn't. He got his hands to it, but not enough. And it dribbles in, literally for Serdar's first goal. And I checked. I'll show you. I'll check. First goal. This is for the B team. This is for the senior team last season. 1 assist all of last season. Now he's got an assist and a goal. I mean, like button and a little round of applause for Serdar. Yeah? Can we do that together? Get in, son. Way to go. The transfer offer for Stankovic went through. I can't remember if I showed that to you. So 3 million rising to 3.8. So he will be joining the club officially in January. So that's really the only thing that's changed. And what this has done, not intentionally, but again, I'm not just going to go spend money just to spend money. I'm not a guy that's going to swap out 10 players a year. That just, not at least not for the like regular starters. That just is not how I manage. But that extra money from Guerrero, the sell-on, has helped us out. And they gave us a huge wage budget and we're not spending it. So what has that done for me as a manager is managing finances is now an 83%. So I just sent the update. Eduardo Valente, part of our community in the Discord, fantastic dude. He does all of like spreadsheet tracking for my Wonder Kid experiments, my manager experiments, and then obviously for this, he's tracking this too. I just sent him an update from August 2nd, so the start of this season, and this was like a 60 or 66%. So the longer this goes on where I haven't spent all the money, this is good, because when you go to interview for your next job, it's like, you've had trouble managing the budget. It's like, well, that's not going to be the case because we're way under budget right now. So that's kind of a neat little thing that's happening right now. So again, I'm bringing you back here, even though we're taking on 18th, and you'd think we should do well against them, but we take on 7th and 5th after that, and then the French Cup 9th round. And then I kind of want to take an assessment of where we're at, and because again, if we're like up in these ranges, it's kind of like, it'd be really stupid to leave, wouldn't it? Because we still haven't, going back to my manager profile here, we still haven't increased our reputation. We're still nominal, right? So we kind of need to make a run in something. And again, I'm not trying to turn this into a one club save by any means, but I've really appreciated your comments. People are like, ooh, like this could turn into something kind of interesting, and you've earned the right to stay here at least a little bit longer. So I think we're going to do that, but I kind of want to take an assessment. So, I mean, if we win this game, actually the Saint Etienne game, maybe we just go do that. That I didn't realize how high up in the table they were, because we get 7th and 5th. Let's do that. I'm gonna go play 2 games, and then we'll take on Saint Etienne, and then we'll have the winter break. But a little bit of a status update for you on the squad. Hopefully, no one gets injured between here and when I come back. There was something I knew I needed to show you, and this is a good reminder, or that is a good reminder. Youth intake, new fullbacks, one of our goalkeepers looks a great prospect, center back looks promising, defensive midfielders have the potential to go far, a forward who could be a fine prospect. I love when they give really specific locations. We have one good young Ivorian defensive midfielder for Lanista, who has caught the eye. This is an excellent group of players coming through, yada, yada, yada. So I want to go back and show you, because I've had some people say, like, do you not have any good players in the B team or under 19s? And the answer pretty much had been no until, like, last season when we got some youth intake coming through. And so we've just signed these guys to contracts, longer term contracts, because they were coming up at the end of this coming season. So it's kind of like, we need to do something. So Ewan Guillermo, I can't remember if I've showed these to you. If I have, sorry. We don't know where he plays, and that's kind of a problem. Like, it looks like the under-19 manager has used him pretty much everywhere on the pitch, right? Dribbling is pretty terrible. Concentration is pretty terrible, but he has the potential if he can get some game time. So he's had 6 subs for us. All of these guys wanted to be listed for loan, and I don't know if that's going to happen. He's currently at a National 2 level, or National 2 level, so we'll see if we can get him a loan move, and then they can use him someplace. kind of wondering. That to me looks like the best utilization of his skills versus being like a winger. Although, not gonna lie, if we could get the dribbling up with the acceleration and the tackling, I'm like, wing back. But again, some of these things are off the ball. It's pretty terrible. So I'm thinking we're gonna be like lone central midfield as the role and see if somebody will take that. We got Killian Leary, who is a darn good-looking central midfielder. Again, potential of 3.5 to 4.5 stars. None of these players, could really play for us right now, but not bad, right? Not a bad little nugget, if you ask me. Gino Koki. Again, lots of midfielders. You could argue maybe better as a 10, but he can't dribble, and maybe as a DM, that might actually be better if we can get that composure and concentration up, and determination's pretty terrible. These guys I have been pulling up to play in or to train with the senior team, and that's really helped their development. Aside from that, I mean, really, if you go here, okay, potential. Ranieri's a senior team player. Reuther is the guy we loaned out. We got Redvan Borle, who's all right looking. He's got a contract through 2023. He's wanted. They want to transfer. Negative. But we could loan him out, maybe. You'll notice there's no one in the B team. I guess I need to promote some under 19 players. Meh. Saeed Imre Shah. Decent looking right winger. And then after that, I mean, this guy's still here. I've tried to get rid of him every kind of way, and no one wants him. He was in the senior team, if you remember, when we started. And then, yeah, I guess I need to promote some of these people. But again, we just essentially, did I show you this one? He's already under a longer term contract. Mail Gabori. Really good pipeline in the center of the park, right? So he looks good. Omar Nahari looks all right as an option as a left back. He's obviously really needs to improve, but he's doing okay. So there's some options there, but again, like when you go to that like continental, hey, you need to register homegrown players, it's not a whole lot. These guys are probably the closest, and they just got here pretty much. Well, Leary had been here, but again, 1.5 stars, not exactly I'm throwing you in against Atalanta, right? We drew, of course, against Rim. Of course we did. They played a 4-1-4-1. I guess we're a big dog in town, and they essentially parked the bus. I tried adjusting 30 minutes into going to a lower line of engagement, longer passing, higher tempo, don't work into the box, like essentially draw them out and like hit it over them, and that didn't work either. So we played pretty well. We just couldn't put it in the back of the net. So I'm going to go play Stade Rennais and AS, and we'll bring you back for Saint Etienne. All right. But Eric is retiring. I've given him 10 games. He's got 3 goals, 2 assists on a 6.97. I guess his body's given up. He's like, I can't do this anymore. Well, that's really disappointing. Also, we lost. Yeah. 3 goals from a super sub. 82nd, 89th, and 92nd minute. Proper FMing. Really. It was just all right, this is kind of interesting. So Lyon beat Marseille and Lille drew with Reims. So we have the opportunity against Saint Etienne with a win to hop. Oh, okay. I guess unless the goal difference is insane, we would be even on points, I guess, with Lille, Marseille, and Stade Rennais. It's not as exciting as I thought it was. Right, just an update on who we're starting here today. So Malfi, Wissa, Boigard, Lorient comes back in. Wissa and Lorient are in pretty poor form. 6-5-2 and 6-6-2 the last 5 games. I've already talked to both of them as a warning. I'm thinking about doing it with Boigard, but I'm going to give him one more chance. They're not fatigued. I've checked that. Badu comes in because, once again, Andrich is suspended for yellow card accumulation. Ponche, who's really one of the brighter stars in the last 5 games. Suara, Chalaba, Ostagar, and Aberge and Nardi. We do have Mendy back on the bench. I'd love to have a huge lead to be able to throw him in for 30 minutes at the end of the game. We'll see how it goes. Kind of iffy, to be honest with you. So off we go, skipping the team talk. All right, here we go. So this is... It'd be great if we hadn't lost that game and drawn the other game against the, at the time, 18th or 17th, 18th place, but they're also not in great form either. They lost 3 of their last 5, so kind of an interesting matchup when you think about it. Again, this could be a massive game. We are feeling pretty good. We are what? So what is that? 16 points clear of the playoffs. So I'm not worried about that. It's almost more like, can we keep pushing on, or have we hit a wall? Do we need to change the tactic, right? We've done this essentially for a year. We've changed it up a couple times, but not too crazy. Of course, you love when it says, hey, they've been really leaky defensively in the last 5 games. And it's like, well, no pressure, like, yeah, great. Badu automatically picks up an early yellow. Of course he does. Now we've got all the possession and the shots on target. Can we actually do something with it? Chalaba comes in on a set piece. We will take it. Was that our 3rd corner of the game? It was. He doinks it in. They have a right back, I think, that's in that is not Matt Sharp at all. So we were closing him down. And then they've got a left center back that they're playing that is right-footed only. So we're putting him on his opposite foot and closing him down as well. So we'll see how that works out for us. If those tactical tweaks help. Boygaard, can he do another one of those, or no, that was Eric, wasn't it? I can't believe he's retiring. That is so shocking to me. Boygaard lays it off. Mofi! Oh, he hits I thought he was going to dribble it off the inside of the post. So close. If we keep putting him in the back of the net here, not conceding, we could theoretically jump up pretty high in the table because of the goal difference. I wish he would have controlled that, but it works out. Wissa coming down the wing, not doing great last 5. Can he do something here? Doinks it over to Julian, who plays it back calmly. I like that we just kind of threw Julian in. Or, yeah, Julian, right? Not Julian. Julian. Just threw him in. Hey, I know you were on loan last season, but I think you've got potential, and he's paying dividends. Remember, we don't have Salmer, so he's kind of had to take over for him. Badu comes into space. That was lovely. Lifts it. That was offside, wasn't it? No. Boygaard scores. Mofi gets an assist. Mofi's now worth like 20 million. He's come... I've gotten like 4 notifications this season that he's thinking about wanting a new contract. And every time I talk to him, it's like, I really appreciate you coming to talk to me. So I'm thinking maybe in the window, we reward him. Schalke is interested. Schalke's in the Bundesliga. Not in the 2 Bundesliga. But do we reward him and say, mate, you've been doing great. But is he going to want like 40 grand where we can't afford it and then he gets upset? Like, that's the only thing I'm worried about. So we'll have to kind of see how that plays out. Boygaard comes in. Oh, lovely save there. Eric is our set piece maestro. He's not even on the bench today, so he normally would have been taking that. There's our center back who's like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's wisdom. Get back in position. Reset, boys. Badu, play it over. There you go. Oh, lays it off. Oh. 14 shots in the first half, 9 on target with the 2.16 expected goal. They just got their first off-target shot. Get in. Look at the green. Look at the green. Loving that. Very happy. However, easy. Actually, I think we're just going to put him on this and tell him to ease off his tackles. Here it is. It's been a long time since I've done that. I don't know. It just makes me... We're in a good position here. I don't need you ruining it by getting sent off, mate. So, I don't care if you're a ball-winning midfielder. Like, let's just ease it back a little bit. Ease it back a little bit. They're playing pretty terrible across the board. They must be in... I mean, it already said they're in pretty poor form, but goodness me. We've struggled away from home. That's come up in the press conferences a couple times, so we might need to make an adjustment there in terms of how we approach those games. Maybe I think I've been a little cocky. I've left it on positive mentality in those games when we probably should have done more of a balanced. But, you know, that's what happens when you start playing really well. You're like, oh, yeah, we got this. And then you lose again or you draw again. And it's like, ah. Okay, we'll 1-2. It'd be great if Aberge could, like, not just stand there and do something. But whatever. He's like, I'm on defend, mate. You know? That was brilliant, was it? He hit the post on the outside and it went out for a goal kick. I don't know if that was brilliant. Good turn, maybe, but, you know, that's easy. Do we take Wissa off now because he's on a 6.9? Like, hey, mate, you've had a good game. I don't think so. I think we leave him in. Lorient on a 7.0. Boygaard on an 8.3. Gabriel Silva on the wing. One-on-one here. Can he get past Aberge? No. Lace it off. Aberge back out. Okay, is this going to be a penalty? I like... Who? Boygaard, not used to defending. Oh, no. I think that was a good tackle. But Boygaard completely unmarks his man and covers the space towards the goal. Like, mate, just stand with the guy they're passing it back and forth. You might have covered that. No penalty. It's not. Is it? Yeah, it's a free kick for us, isn't it? It's in our box. That's awkward. Okay, we're gonna hop right into a highlight. This seems iffy, doesn't it? Wissa can't get to that. It was a poor idea from Ajay. Oh, a terrible idea from. So. Oh, I couldn't even get it out. Oh, ugh. It tasted gross in my mouth. Okay. I think we have to get him some game time. 15 minutes left, 2-0. Surely our right back won't, cause a disaster. I think that's literally the only change we're going to make. That buys us options for the future. If we, injuries or tactical adjustments. Okay, we got 5 minutes left in the game. Let's take you off and bring on Grbic. No, okay. That was also something in the feedback in the comments. It's not Grbic, and I can't remember what it is supposed to be. So, Adrian, good old Grbic. Is it Grbic? I hate mispronouncing stuff, but, these things happen, I guess. Bossing the midfield, Boygaard. Love that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We don't really need another goal. I guess we'll bring on Serdar, even though Mofi's having a good game. You know what? No. I have a plan. I have a plan. Hopefully this is all like, we don't really need to worry about this. Okay, they've added 3 minutes. We're going to bring on Stankovic to give him a little, 3 minutes of game time. Headed into the window. A little pat on the back. You're doing great, son. Thanks for signing with us. It doesn't really matter. 20 shots, 10 on target, with 63% possession is very, very nice. Good to see us come back into form, because a little worried there. Now, the goal difference wasn't, I don't think, enough to be that crazy. Yes, it was lovely stuff. He's going to pick up yellows. It's fine, unless he's now suspended at the same time. We're still in 8th. But we're within striking distance, right? Like, the fact that we're in this battle was a good sign, right? It's just not as exciting as I was thinking it was going to be 2 games ago when I said, oh, we'll just go to the St. Etienne game. Nope, that was a mistake, clearly. Right. Anything we need to... yeah, no, not scouting. We got Bordeaux in the French Cup 9th round. Interesting thing, it reminds you that the squad must include a minimum of 7 players that were used in one of the previous first team matches, or they fine you 7,000 euros, which I think it's like, I guess that's to make sure that you don't just put out a bunch of kids. I just think that is hilarious. Now, if we're playing like some national team or something like that, we would probably just pay the fine. But against Bordeaux, right? Bordeaux currently in 19th, but like last season, Bordeaux was all right. So, and they've got Unai Emery. You see that? He's the new manager there. We're not going to do a heavy rotation anyway. I just thought that was kind of interesting. And there's a week until the Lyon game anyway. So I don't know. I just think that's a neat little wrinkle in the league. Like, we're going to fine you if you send out a bunch of kids. So, all right, my friends, hit that like button. I think we stay through the window and Bordeaux at least. I'm not sure what else to do. No, like, nobody's going to come in for us. But we're getting pretty, I think we're probably getting close to where, like we might be interested, or, they might be interested in us. Let's just take a little look here at the end. Job center. I gotta unclick all the things I think. I love that. It's like, you want to be a coach? That's so dumb. I don't care. All right, so here's what the vacancies look like. If we're going for the worst position, not doing MLS, So I'm not going to go through all these. If you're super interested in these, you can pause and take a look at it. I don't see immediately anything that super jumps out as like, ooh, gotta jump on that, right? Maybe, but this is at the end of their season, right? I like going in the middle of the season because that's kind of the challenge that we're facing here. So nobody really jumps out as I'm scrolling here as like massive, right? But anyway, that's where we're at, my friends. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.